In this video, we're going to pull down our emails using the IMAP account. The IMAP account gives us a lot more options when it comes to downloading emails, but you're also able to change the different mailboxes, create mailboxes, delete mailboxes. It just gives you a lot more control over what you want to do with emails compared to the POP3 account. So we already have our login information saved to the database for this account. So what we'll do first is we'll grab that record, and it will be under our email account object type, and we'll click the open, and let's make this a little bit bigger. We want to use our Yahoo IMAP account, and we're going to set this to a variable. Call it IMAP record. Now, typically, we're going to set variables from this record, and typically we would use the properties, get property value for each record. This time, I'm going to show you another way of doing it under using the assignment action. First, we'll create the variables by hand. We'll create a host variable. These are all strings. Username variable. Password variable. And we have a port variable. The Yahoo requires a specific port. Typically, and that you've seen in other videos, this would be created using the get property value. We're just doing it by hand. Now we brought an assign over, so what we want to do is we want to set the host variable to the host from the record. So we'll type in host variable on this side, and we're going to type in IMAP record, and we're going to click the period button, and you'll see properties of that IMAP record. So if we were to scroll down, we will scroll down to the host, select or tab off. So this is the same thing that we've done with the get property. We're just typing it in by hand. Let's drag another assignment down. And this time we're going to assign that username variable to that IMAP or record username field. There's the username, tab off. And let's drag some more for the password. And select that. And one more for the port. Since I'm a typer, this is faster for me, but you may use the get property value if that's easier for you, because it does create the variables for you while you're going through it. So right now we're grabbing our record. We're assigning our variables. Now we're going to be using the new IMAP connection, but first we want to do a search of emails and only get specific emails with a word in the subject line. Now, the way we did this in the POP3 in the other video is we grabbed all of the emails and we looped through them, checking to see if the subject line contained that word. Instead, for the IMAP account, if you go under IMAP, we're going to create a search filter. And we'll go down to search filter, and we'll create a new search filter right here. Click for options. And we're going to set that to a variable, search filter. Close this for now. Now we're going to search for on the subject line. So let's drag a search subject over. Click for options. And we're going to select that search filter that we just created, and we're going to type in the word we want to check for. We'll check for the same word that we did in the POP3 video. And now what we want to do is we want to drag a new IMAP connection over. And we're going to click for options. And you can set this by selecting the host variable, or you can just type in the names of the variables as well. So username variable, password variable, port variable. Now make sure you have the name right, otherwise it will think it's a different value. If it doesn't find the variable, it will think it's actually a text. So if we were to type in port instead of port variable, it'll set that port to the word port. So you want to make sure that the name of the variable is correct, which is why sometimes it's easier to do it this way. And we're going to create a new variable to hold this account called IMAP account. We're going to pull over our search for emails. And we're going to select the IMAP account that we just created. And under filter, we're going to select that search filter that's already set up to search through the subject lines. And we're going to create a new variable to hold the emails. We'll call it emails. So all the emails with that has that word in that subject line will be set to that emails variable. And now we will, under message, we'll loop through what emails we got back. We'll select that emails variable we have. And we can get the subject line here just to see what we get back in our output. We want to select the current item in the loop. That'll be the current email message. And we can click new subject variable. Okay. Again, we're getting the record with our account information in it. We're setting variables to our host, username, password, and port. We're creating a new search filter for the IMAP account, and we're going to search the subjects for a particular word. We're creating a new IMAP connection account, and then we're going to use that IMAP connection to search for the emails, and then we'll loop through what we get back from those emails. When you create a new IMAP connection, it automatically defaults to your inbox. So if you wanted to change mailboxes, like say junk, you go under mailboxes, and then you pull select mailbox over, and you select the IMAP account. Type in the name of the mailbox you want to select or switch to, and your output will be a true if successfully changed mailboxes, false if there was some problem. We're not going to do that in this script, but I wanted to point that out since that'll be something that you will probably be using quite a bit if you have different mailboxes set up.